Welcome back to Goldwynn Dinner Club. I'm Grif.
I'm Parker.
And I was about to talk about how, so in all these Zelda games, you know what the hardest time in any Zelda game is right at the beginning, because you have the lowest amount of health, and it's like even though they throw a lot of the weaker enemies at you this early on, it still is like I still always die a bunch of times in the first hour of every Zelda game, no matter how many times I've played it. Because I just keep forgetting this. Oh, right, you only have 3 hearts. And some of the bigger enemies will take a whole heart off in one hit.
And there's that in A Link Between Worlds. I think I even played through that again recently. I just love it. It's such a perfect game. But there's that hero mode where enemies do quadruple damage, not double, quadruple. And I can't remember. I think health drops might still be there. I know in some hero modes there's no health drops. But it's once you go to the Dark World, even if you have a lot of hearts, one hit dead.
Yeah, they did that.
It's these encounters that in some parts of the game you're like, well, this seems kind of like a waste of time. I'm not scared of you. You get real tense real quick in hero mode, where it's every little swipe counts.
They did that also for Twilight Princess.
Yes, you could use the Ganon amiibo or whatever
on top of hero mode, and that would bring it to 4 times.
Oh,
I've never done that. I don't mind the level of difficulty that Zelda games present to me.
I think it's just fun if you play it sort of back to back, and you're like, I had such a good time. I want to do it again.
Yeah.
I don't think people come to Zelda for difficulty. They come to be inspired and to feel that sense of heroism and grandeur that only comes, from playing as Link. That's it.
Zelda games have great immersion, and the stories are just interesting enough to
without being too much. You know what I mean? It's
not these super complex character dynamics that you have to keep track of. It's just basically here's an old legend and
fairy tale stuff.
Yeah. And it's you have to save this person's going to help you. This person doesn't want to help you, but they might change their mind. It's just an adventure. It's Lord of the Rings and David the Gnome.
David the Gnome.
I always thought that this game reminded me of David the Gnome.
Yeah, how does that... Oh, gosh. Do you remember how the first part of the theme song goes? I want to sing it so bad.
No, I'd always change the channel. I did not understand why they subjected us to David the Gnome on Nickelodeon.
Well, I actually know why they did, and I kind of do want to tell this story, but I got to get this. This song has to get out of my system or I'm going to lose my mind. Pretty sure it's this.
What song?
This, the David the Gnome theme song.
Oh. Yeah, it's they had Nickelodeon had the best cartoons, and we didn't have Cartoon Network where I was, so I only had Nickelodeon, and it would just be whenever it'd be David the Gnome, I'm I would take Little Bear over this.
No way.
Yes way. Little Bear was so much better.
I'm searching my brain banks for. Oh, got it. Okay, yeah. It's Look Around You. That's how it starts. Okay. Look around you, there are many things to see. That's magical, dude. That some would say could never be. And it's got this driving beat. He's riding on a fox. The intro is awesome. Then the show starts. These things I know, they're true and I will tell you so. They are there to see. Yes, because my mom was obsessed with gnomes, but the show is not good. If you believe. Keep interrupting me. That's the best part. Trolls and wizards and fairy kings. Birds that talk and fish that sing. You're that's not that unusual in cartoons. And if your heart is true, well, it is, then you will find them too. I can. In every wish and dream and happy home, I want a happy home, you will find the kingdom of the gnomes. David the Gnome. So he was an animal doctor, which is a cute premise, but not enthralling for children.
No.
And here's the thing. That show is not an American show, and I believe that the dad was like the dad from Happy Days. I don't know why I'm blanking on his name because he's in every infomercial in the 90s. He'd be like, "Hi, I'm the dad from Happy Days. Do you need life insurance? I think I do. What's that? You're 5?" Anyway, he did the voice of the gnome, but it was made in like Finland or Sweden or some Scandinavian country, and it was the Weinsteins who bought it. Ew, gross. Jeers here, Jeers and booze. Harvey and Bob Weinstein were overseas, and they were just, I want to say, allegedly coked out of their minds watching TV, and they saw David the Gnome, and they saw the scene of like the last episode where they throw their hands in the air and they decide to die and become petrified wood or something. It's wild. And they were like, "We should make this. This is what American children need." And then they bought it and they sold Nickelodeon on it somehow, and that's how it happened. Coke.
So, but it was just a redub.
Yeah, just dubbed.
Yeah.
And probably censored, I'm guessing. Bet you didn't know this was going to happen. Boom, baby.
Yeah, it was just like compared to everything else, like Rocko's Modern Life and...
I think it was on a little before Rocko came out.
Well, I mean, I just mean like the whole
But they keep
Nicktoon,
rerunning it, yeah.
the Nicktoon era before SpongeBob
It was
got there.
David the Gnome was kind of like the early morning...
They played it in the afternoon, too.
But it was definitely... I remember it being like near Eureka's Castle. It's for the little kids. And I was little... Like
well,
when it came, like,
I was cool with the little
yet.
kid shows too. Like I watched Nick Jr. I watched all of it, but David the Gnome was just like, it was just so sad. It was just like you'd watch that show and it'd just be like, where's the
I need to go
fun?
out and there's a sick sparrow and his leg doesn't work. Oh, be careful, David. Shut up. Don't ever tell me what to do ever. And then he would hop on the fox and he would go. She'd be crying at home. Why is he so cruel? You will find the kingdom of the gnomes. It's like, whoa, what is this show? Sick kid gives me his net. So sweet. I like this. I like that Link visits all, and everybody knows him, even though there's a wanted poster
What
for
is
him.
in that bowl? On the table?
Two green balls. Sorry, 5. 4 little green balls.
Is it supposed to be like a salad? Because it looks nuclear.
I'm like my jaw is hanging open and I'm staring at it because again, I don't even know what these are. Are they like cages for bees? Bird cages? There's a painting of Mario up
They
here.
look like upside down treasure chests.
Yeah, I don't know. Like this game it's beautiful. It's startling. The aesthetic is so odd. I love it.
I love the way that.
Are you gonna call the guards on me? Look, so in this game, like one of the big plot points is that you're framed for kidnapping the princess. There's a lot of court intrigue. So if you talk to any of the little girls in town, they call the soldiers on you. This music is great. I'm sad I've never heard it again in a Zelda game. It's like, whoa, what? And as a kid, I really hated anybody who would snitch on Link. I've never forgiven them. Also, real quick bit of Zelda lore. This guy explains why Link holds everything over his head. Goodbye, thanks a lot. Now hold it above your head for the whole world to see, okay? It's good for business. Link's just marketing, dude. That's all it is.
So you already got 2 of the bottles so far?
I got 2 bottles, and I'm about to go in here and blow up a wall. I'm getting loaded for bear, dude. I'm loading up before this first temple here. Loading up. Boop. Getting what heart pieces I can. A lot of rupees, too. I'm loaded. I try to just, like... Each time I play this game, I try to just, like, go for it. So that I don't like lose track of what I have and haven't gotten. It's like as soon as I can get something, I try to go get it so I don't forget.
The temple that comes into this area later is I always get so confused.
Oh, and the Dark World blinds the headquarters or whatever.
Yeah, the thieves' headquarters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
I actually love that one. It's so unique.
I always am like, what am I supposed to do again?
This guy will pay you for cutting his lawn.
Does he really?
Yeah, if you cut all his lawn, he's like, thanks. I needed a trim. Just because you have to cut down in order to even get in. Sorry about my yard. It's a little overgrown. Thanks for visiting. Glad to have the company. I'll tell you an interesting story. There's a lake. Mazora's. I'd love to see that. I thought he paid you. Maybe I'm confused. Might be another guy somewhere else. I don't know. Anyway. Also, like, is that a pot over a fire? I don't know. But is this an inn? He's got 6 beds. What's this guy doing?
It's... He just doesn't like to sleep on the same mattress every night. I actually wish I had that. I actually wish I had like a 5-bedroom apartment or house, and I would just have a bunch of different bedrooms and I'd sleep in a different one every night. That way, they'd never know. The serial killer would never know which one to find me in.
I think the giant lump is gonna give it away.
No.
Are you gonna load the other beds up?
No, I do it like Fellowship of the Ring style. I'm gonna put like dummies and all the other beds.
Welcome back to Dr. Link. Today, Link mends a broken brotherhood. Yeah, Link, now I'm quarreling with my younger brother. I sealed the door to his room. Never getting out of there.
I could have just started a fire.
So the doorway's open again. Okay, maybe I should make up with him. This has been Dr. Link. Yeah, wow. What does this guy say? Did you come from my older brother's room? Is he still angry? Yeah, he is.
That's been another episode of Dr. Link, featuring Dr. Grif.
Thank y'all for joining us.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.